I finally stepped into the theater to watch the first theatrical release of 2021, a project that Seema Pahwa has been envisioning to make since 2016 but had little to no takers in order to fund or produce it. Finally, when Drishyam Films got involved with her dream project, what we got was the much awaited film titled Ramprasad Ki Tehrvi. This film is special in many ways for what it represents. It represents when actors with the bonding developed over years of being involved in theatre productions get together and the magic that follows. But even more than that, it is the dream of an artist for their fictional piece of work getting support both monetarily and in spirit. Ramprasad Ki Tehrvi follows the 13 days of mourning that take place after the passing of the patriarch of the family. The congregation of several members and the customs to be followed are the stereotypical events that one may expect in a premise such as this. But Ramprasad Ki Tehrvi is an insight on the different ways loss is processed, the rather humorous interactions that one gets to see at a somber occasion, and a sense of clarity that one feels when they have overcome the initial sense of shock and melancholy. When an electrician is fixing the jumbled up wires of his neighborhood, he says, "Sari taare ulji hui hai." Much like the household that is in mourning, we slowly, as the minutes of the film pass by, see the children appear to witness their lost father one last time. But what would be a situation where you would assume sequences would make you shed a tear? There are whispers in the congregation of characters who may have gained weight, and a competition of who has appeared first for the occasion, as it supposedly represents individuals who are more empathetic and caring. While the reason for everyone uniting in their childhood home is in memory of their lost father, what we get is ego battles, resentment surfacing out of nowhere, and chatter about the absentees, assuming the lack of care in their hearts. Ramprasad Ki Tehrvi is a fascinating film that sheds light on human tendencies and actions, an unapologetic take on the individualistic and rather heartless nature of humans, even at occasions that demand one for simply to take charge and be compassionate. In order to communicate such emotions with tact, what you require is a talented ensemble cast. And what more can anyone want than such a talented group of artists? Artists who we all know, who accurately represent what actors should be known for, their craft. The four brothers out of the six children take center stage as the proceedings take momentum. The eldest, Manoj Pahwa, coping with the event by swigging shots of alcohol. Vinay Pathak considering himself to be always shortchanged, in contrast to being considered the lucky charm of the family. Ninad Kamath, the middle child, breaking down on contemplating whether he was a mistake. And the youngest of the four, Parambatra Chatterjee, considered to be the luckiest, for he was always let go for his innocence and singing skills. The variety of personalities unsurprisingly leads to many arguments and venting sessions that makes the film stand out and stay with you in many ways, as it accurately represents maybe the dynamic you share with your family members. The house in which everyone congregates in this film has a personality of its own. The Angan represents where everyone mourns and is empathetic to the grave loss faced by the family, while the terrace represents the escape, a space where characters can finally breathe and be themselves. The house also represents the gender dynamics of the family. While the men speak about their grievances and personal battles since childhood while swinging copious amounts of alcohol on the terrace, the women make arrangements and prepare food and tea in the kitchen, while discussing the body language of individuals and the rather problematic behavior of other daughter-in-laws. The house lodges all of these energies together as the widow looks on, wondering what may have gone missing in her upbringing of her own children. The film explores a range of emotions that many characters are going through, depending on the personal battles one is facing. So be it Vikrant Massey's raging hormones, Konkana Sen's effort to assimilate in a family where she is not welcome, or a daughter who feels she has never been given the opportunity to dream. All of these facets from a storytelling point of view never seem overwhelming, but actually transport you to the several discussions you may be privy to in your own abode. The tendency to shift focus from the event when a film possesses so many characters is inevitable, but Seema Pahwa as a director keeps the core of the film, its soul, always in place. So even when the four brothers head to pour the ashes in the Ganga and the movie transitions to a melodious tune of Ek Adhura Kaam, or even when a relationship is going through a rough patch, leading to several uncomfortable conversations getting unearthed, Pahwa still keeps the fascinating commentary on human behavior as its soul. There are several moments in the film that I couldn't help myself but laugh hysterically, reminding me of the classic British film death at a funeral, and the idiosyncrasies that one gets to notice on such sad occasions. Be it Supriya Pathak's character and her having to repeat the way her husband has passed, the long queue to the washroom that creates absolute chaos every morning, or the Mamaji bargaining and complaining about the price of wood that is going to be placed on the pyre, it accurately represents all the colors of the rainbow, that are the variety of personalities that come on occasions such as this, each one wanting center stage and some form of validation. The film also beautifully represents how even in families who supposedly should be individuals closest to us, an avenue where we can be unabashedly ourselves, we put on this pretentious garb while bottling so many years of thoughts, emotions, and resentments. It also represents the lack of empathy one has for the people that you may have shared majority of your life with, and how we discount the impact of the simplest of gestures. A simple thank you or an apology has the ability of mending years of unsaid truths. A piece of work beautifully written by Seema Pahwa. 700 की जिंदगी है, बस उसकी पहचान करना जरूरी है. As I walked into the empty theatre, knowing that the film has barely crossed 30 lakhs in revenue in its theatrical run, I know eventually that this film will touch the hearts of many people across the world. I cannot criticize the people not willing to go to the theatres while the pandemic still persists, as they only feel the motivation to do so with big budget event films. I really have high hopes for this film to have a spectacular second innings on the OTT platform, where the actors and a creator like Seema Pahwa will get the recognition and respect they truly deserve. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram. The handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.